Hello, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Coming up next, we've got what should be a good one between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here on Brandon Godden.
Opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And Charles, you look at this Saints team as they enter play. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Broncos, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet. And both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
It's pretty much become the norm when we see guys come out before a game and go through the route tree with their receivers. I thought it was exciting for us to see the exact same thing happen in practice.
He's so meticulous, isn't he?
He really is, and that tells me it's not just a one-time-a-week thing. They work on it all the time, trying to hone that fine edge. They want to see if they can get in sync and stay in sync in this one.
That one goes for 24 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A look there at how Davis did a week ago. 11 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
They've lost a bunch of games in a row now. They've got to start thinking a little bit differently, maybe a little bit outside of the box. Find other ways to move the football. I don't know if you're going to do it through the air or maybe change up how you establish your run game.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Elway. Catch is made by Hunter Renfrow. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people just like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down. Elway off the bootleg. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
That has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
So here come the Saints now for their first drive. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
I read something prepping for this game that he said prior to, and I think he really said it a few months ago, where he talked about he wants to have the type of season that at the end, he's buying gifts for all the guys who helped him along the way. And I know that the team wants to hold him to that and really get into his wallet. But that's what good leadership gives you. You know, at the end of the season, because you've done a great job, QB, he's usually the guy who springs for the good stuff.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Now, look, that wasn't a huge game, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
It's Kareem Jackson making the play defensively.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Alert, alert. Tighten up.
Now the first carry for Bush. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Ready.
Back to throw here. Well, he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Watch the curl. Get it.
They're going to try and throw. And he finds Cook. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Well, peel back the curtain, partner. We've got a pretty good look into how they plan to play this game. Aggressive seems to be the word. Going for it on 4th down in that situation.
Yeah, opening drive. Now, we know this coaching staff, they have traits of aggression in their history, but what a start to this game. They're going for it.
Yeah, a lot of people might say reckless, but they got it. 1 for 1 on 4th down here early in the game.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's 61. Matchbox lights.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Broncos get there and take him down. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him. And what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long. Got to push it downfield to try to pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now back to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Target. Alert 3. Let go.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got a noon one. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down.
Brandon, I have one word for you after that completion for a first down.
Lucky?
Analytics.
Well, the analytics say you pumped the football there.
So we're changing to analytics as we go, right? What a big-time play for them, and really took a big-time chance.
Yeah, big-time first-half chance.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Hey, Sam off. Look, squeeze. Check. Get it.
He'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Good night, baby.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the third time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
8-3.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. They keep it with Davis on first down. A strong running. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Set 50, plant. I got you. Look at me, zipper. Hey, Echo. Check in.
It's been a long day for you. Mike 34.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Let's make
5.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Anuno's got it, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run. This is Kamara. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Go.
The Saints on third down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. He'll drop to throw. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. A first down run, not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there, so that'll bring up 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. I'm coming for you. You mine. Go.
They'll set up to throw. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it.
And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't good?
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
They'll start on the ground with Bush. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And Kamara has it stripped. It's picked up by the Broncos. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Elway now off of play action. Completes it to Davis.
Holding offense.
So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Elway. This is the tight end fan. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. That tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. He lost 6 there on the first down play. 2nd and long. That'll be complete to Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books. But now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty.
34's Mike. He's coming. Check in. Check in. Hey, Charlie.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Mike's 46.
Back to throw. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Christian Covington able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Taking it about the 36.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
They knew they were going to have great field position, went all out, got a little too aggressive.
And you have to understand your angles. They're cut down when they're that backed up. You've got to be careful going after him.
From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. They'll set up the throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Covington able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
If you rank 1 from the bottom in statistics, that's usually not good in this league. And this team, 1 from the bottom in sacks, but somehow they've got 3 in this game. What's going on?
I know, they're 31 of 32. They better be careful, or they're going to be top 30 in the league. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Normally, I'd say this will lead to a punt attempt, but this offense already shown in the first half that they'll go for it on 4th down.
Oh, they should have already said, punt it, punt it. Head coach should have already made that decision.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down. The the Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
A big play that time on the catch and run. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. It's caught by Davis. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now Elway. He's got this complete to Hamilton. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Get that ball.
Out of the gun, Elway. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Demario Davis coming in for the sack that time. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Elway. And the pressure gets to him again. Demario Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He'll look to throw. And this is Cook with a grab. And between the last 2 plays, they've moved it over half the length of the football field.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? They'll look to throw here. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Second and 4. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. Mike's 47. Mike's 47.
Now back to throw. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Both sevens and Mike. Both sevens and Mike.
They're going to look to throw. And that is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They go again with Davis, and he'll get about 3 as he takes this up near the 25. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll check on his status when we get back.
And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strength.
On third down, Elway. He's got his tight end, Jake Butt, and he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check, 56.
Go.
56 to Mike. 56 is to Mike.
Go.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And it's caught. The tight end Hill. And from the 4, they get it to the 8 on a pickup of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. On the ground, Kamara. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Go.
56, Mike, 56. Hey, here I come.
Go.
Here I come. 56, Mike, 56.
Leo.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me.
Ready.
On the ground, this is Kamara. But despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
8, read.
56. Watch the run.
Get it.
A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late-game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy, that's a huge risk to take.
Yeah, now they're set up in prime position going the other way. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down. On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corner?
And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Got an open man. It's a noon one. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. Looking to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2. Now Kamara. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They're already slim. Hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
On 2nd down, Elway. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Now Elway on 3rd and long. He's going to find and complete it to Renfro. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, you know, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, Delta.
Back to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass. They'll look to throw. And able to find John Brown. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Watch the ship. 61. Matchbox lights.
try to pound it in, Kamara. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll hand it off to Bush. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. Lutz with the extra point.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
So here are the Broncos to take over on offense. They are trying to snap that 3-game losing streak, on top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. Now Elway on 1st down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Elway now off of play action. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Nick Vigil in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
60-yard. Hey, Haywood. Yes, yes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He'll look to throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Bush on the toss. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as his guys are back within a single score. Nice execution there. Good job by the O-line getting him in for the second time.
And you always have to start with credit there when you're having a big game. I mean, you don't get there by yourself. That's rare. But how about the ability to see the proper holes, pick the proper place to go, and find his way into the end zone?
That's fielded in the end zone. And Denver getting set to take the field. I'm curious to see, Charles, about the play calling on this drive. Last time out, the interception that led to a touchdown. Here we are. I mean, very close, 1-score game.
Yeah, and if I'm a defender, I'm actually chirping to you on the other side of the ball, saying, hey, we picked off the last one. What you going to do about it now? So when you do throw the football, high percentage, but throw it with confidence. Because if there's any hesitancy at all, it could end up in enemy's hands again.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback. D-line, get that quarterback. Ready?
Another run by Lindsey. And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
Let's go.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. It's Lindsey. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down 24-17. At time, a huge factor. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a first down. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to get it to his running back, Alvin Kamara. And it's 2nd down. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down.
Hey, Charlie. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash.
He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year. Well, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Denver,